Real shame. Qué vergüenza. I truly believed that I was done fighting you, son.
Son?
What's up, motherfucker? Everybody?
Oh, yeah, my bad, dude. Sorry. I thought that was just... Hold on, I'll tell you. Give me 1
This is
second.
my favorite bar trick.
Sure, let's see your favorite bar trick.
Let me just plug in my laptop because it's going to die in like a minute. So 1 second, I'll just get that fixed.
Cool, cool.
1 second. Let's make sure nothing's going to get damaged here.
Cool. Everything's damaged. Sorry, I was just watching Rey Mysterio and Dom get into it on...
Oh, yeah, that fucking fight. I did see that. I actually watched SmackDown tonight. Did you know that?
What?
I watched SmackDown tonight.
I was just watching the clips on YouTube while I was waiting on you.
No, I took a day sort of off from my whatnot show because I just can't deal with life today.
Hey, real quick, do you ever go live off of your phone for like on straight up on YouTube?
I don't.
Well, dude, right now they're pushing like kind of TikTok up and down live videos. So I got 500 views on a couple of my last lives just because I'm like right now I'm gonna be putting us. I'm gonna go with you on like Facebook and Meta, but I'm gonna go live off my phone and just get us in on the upright. See if we can get some good shit.
So this is frozen, right?
Yeah.
So you can see that it's layered, right?
Yeah.
Be sick in like 2 seconds as soon as I get this thing.
As soon as you get this thing.
Just wait for it.
Sorry, I was making a...
At some point it's gonna break and it's gonna be the sickest thing you're ever gonna see.
It's hard to see on the fucking camera, dude. I know, I see it. I love you're gonna be holding that glass for 30 minutes waiting for it to break. Like the first time I look away, it's gonna crack.
Maybe it's not doing what I wanted to do. It's kind of mixing already, but maybe it didn't do what I wanted to. Maybe it's not cool enough. But when I did it earlier, what happened is that it broke and like all of this air just shot up.
What had happened was, nobody was there to see it, but it was awesome, bro. It was awesome.
No. It's on Friday. You know, I pour myself a drink. There's nothing.
Yeah, but it's Good Friday, man. You should probably be a little like, it's Good Friday, like.
Bro, I'm Jewish. You guys killed Christ.
You killed him. We didn't. You did. Jewish people killed him.
That's what you're supposed to say.
Oh, well, no, I don't. I've always responded more to Jewish people anyways, bro.
No, I just think it's funny. I think a lot of things are funny.
You're wrong.
I figured out how I'm going to deal with those assholes.
Oh, those guys?
I'm going to do nothing. I'm just going to let them fight.
I thought that's what we had talked about before. Dude, before we get to assholes, dude, I literally got called. What did I get called today on YouTube comments? It got held for review. But the dude called me like, he said, you're an old piece of shit that doesn't know. I forget what he said, dude, but it was just so like laughable and funny. I made sure I put him all the way through. I was like, let this dude talk. I don't give a crap, man. Let him go, dude. But it was great. Yeah, he called me like you're an old loser that doesn't have any like just all like, dude, yeah. Oh no, he said I pay for promotions on YouTube. I don't want to be like, I didn't even know that was possible paying for promotions.
People pay me for promotions on YouTube, but I just sell ad space. So figure that one out, right?
I get it, no, but I'm saying that they said that the only reason that I have any subscribers on YouTube is because I pay for promotions or pay for subscribers. Like I didn't even know that was a a thing on YouTube. Like, how do you do that? I wish I knew that back in the day. Like, I've been trudging at this shit for like 5 years trying to get shit going. Like, damn you.
It's not a love story.
It is not. It is not. You ready to go? We're gonna chit chat for 30 more minutes.
No. What did you watch it? Did you watch it?
Yeah. I just finished it, man. You want me to waste? I wrote down some things. I wrote down more things about this than I did about the WWE this week. All I wrote down for the I'll save it. There's no point to waste my load early. You gotta edge it.
It's true. I'm sorry. I had a rough betting week.
I thought you just said that you took a day off or was doing. Oh, you took a day off from your Whatnot show, dude. You always have you always got a rough week.
Let me explain. It was a pretty big upset. What happened today? The number 2 seed in the NCAA lost to the number 11. That's an upset.
That is an upset. I bet a lot of brackets were busted from that bitch.
Yale fucked up a bunch of people's brackets.
Yale? I like Yale a lot. Yale is awesome.
Did you know that I didn't get into Yale. I wish I got into Yale. I'm not that smart.
Name drop, fucking college boy. Did you know I got into Harvard, sir?
I got into the University of Hawaii. That was...
Why didn't you go? Like, shit, what a wasted opportunity. Have you heard that Ron White joke? Oh, I'll just say this joke real quick. He was in the Navy or whatever, and they're stationed in Hawaii, and he kept going like every week to see this same prostitute that was always like, he'd go to the same area, everything was all good, he'd get like his BJ or whatever was going on, and then come to find out, like, he was talking to a bunch of his buddies, and they're all like, yeah, that's where all the I don't want to get us in. Yeah, we're not on. But that's all the emails hang out. Like, it's not even funny. Like, now as I think about it, like, it's not even funny. But it was kind of, maybe the way I say it isn't funny. Fix it up.
Sorry, give me 1 second. But I had a good eBay week, so it's all right.
There you go.
Everything is in whatever, so.
Fuck it.
Sorry, man.
Get your life together, man. You were late tonight. Like, get your shit going, dude. Fuck.
Shit. I'm not doing good right now. Sorry. Clearly.
No, you good, man. Take your time, bro. I'm not trying to rush you, man.
No. It's apparently just things aren't working.
Well,
there we go. Just let me plug in this other thing in there. All right.
what had happened was,
Fucking Christ, I hate my reset. That's all. Cool. So we're gonna start.
you
Ready?
I'm ready now, dude.
We go live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wayne's World. Party time. Excellent.
Yeah, we're starting with that. I guess we're starting with that.
Sorry, I think every time you go 3, 2, 1, I always think of that guy in Wayne's World where he's pointing there learning the 3, 2, 1 shit. I'm stupid though, so my bad. It's my bad.
I enjoy that. I like the fact that they're doing the TV show and they rebuild Wayne's basement in Wayne's World 2, and they keep thinking that. I love Wayne's World. I think Wayne's World is great. I love when it was Saturday Night Live's 40th anniversary.
Yeah.
And they brought back Wayne's World. I thought that was good.
I can't wait till the 50th. Like, we're almost there.
I thought we were there.
I think this is the 49th season. Next year is the 50th year, I think. I'm not for show. I
watch pieces of SNL. I don't watch all of it because I don't have time for that shit. But welcome to Talking's Wrestling. We get this.
But let's talk Saturday Night Live first. No, I'm joking. I'm fucking with you.
It's amazing. So obviously I'm Andrew. This is my friend Keenan, and next week we're gonna talk a lot more about wrestling, aren't we, than this week?
Oh yeah, is it next week like the weekend of WrestleMania?
Yeah. So I think we have the Hall of Fame on Friday night. I then think we have WrestleMania Night 1, and then we have Night 2 on Sunday. And yeah, so it'll be good.
All right, so night 1 is Saturday night, night 2 is Sunday night. So we got the Usos, and I guess Dom and his daddy. I really do like. I hate this fact they come out with the LWO and oh yeah, we're going live. My bad. I was just thinking like, oh, do I need to do anything? No, I've already done it. My bad.
They're out of ideas, aren't they?
And have you ever heard the term? What is it called? Where they blow out the territory, or they throw everything but the kitchen sink at the territory, and just I feel like that's what they're trying to do with this WrestleMania. We got the Usos fighting the Usos, and me and you just talked last week like, oh, maybe after WrestleMania then they'll fight each other and there'll be a whole new thing. No, let's just throw that in WrestleMania too. Let's just get that going as well, because the Usos got to have something to do. They can't just I don't know. And
this is my whole thing, is that the only thing that happened on SmackDown is the fact that we got the LWO and what is it, El Famato, whatever it is, or Fasmato, or Fasmisto, whatever it is, Santo Escobar's crew versus the LWO. And I feel like if they were going to do this, they've been building up to this for a while anyway, but it never was hot, if that made sense. It was kind of like, just there, and we all knew that a certain guy was going to ask a certain girl to prom. We all knew that was coming. Like that's how I described this.
It was happening.
Was unexpected here. Nothing was unexpected.
Well, I think they're just trying, but they do have 2 nights to fill. Like we're sitting here, like, oh, they're done, but they do have 2 nights to fill. So I mean, you have to keep people entertained for 2 nights. But I mean, really, so you're gonna have. I mean, what is you're gonna have Rock and Roman versus Seth and Cody the first night, and then that sets up the next exact night. Like you've already got these tickets sold. You've already got those peoples have already bought their tickets for WrestleMania. Like you could have just done it like that. I don't know, man. I don't know, and I don't think I'm really tired. Like, does The Rock not make enough money to have different like T-shirts every week? Like, because it seems like he's wearing the same button up every week, right? Like, he looks like Aladdin's carpet every fucking week.
I think what they're doing is that I just think they're just trying to make money hand over fist because they know this is the time to do it. Royal Rumble to Mania, and 2 weeks after is a really good shirt selling time for WWE. And it's good product for WWE. It's WWE season, right? Those 4 months at the beginning of the year are good. Then we get a boost in SummerSlam, and then we get Survivor Series.
Right.
And you get Christmas, right? Because if you have a 9-year-old son who loves wrestling, you're buying a bunch of stuff for Christmas for him.
Yeah, I don't know. And again, I'm a fair weather fan. Like, you won't hear from me again about wrestling unless, and I'm talking shit. But if they do something to keep it going, like they could throw something like, oh crap, now I gotta watch and I'm gonna have to keep up with it again, or at least kind of keep up with it more than I have been.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. Like, I used to watch a lot of independents, and I like wrestling, and I know what's going on with a lot of stuff, but there's only so much time in my week now.
Right.
Between running a business, between working a 40-hour work week, and watching, sports, and also just having, time to, watch Law and Order. Like, I want to spend time with somebody, right? I want to spend time with my friends. I want to do something outside.
Dude, you need to do a Law and Order rewatch, man. As much as you bring that shit up, you should just watch. You should just do a Law and Order rewatch every week. Like, that should be your thing. Law and Order episode 4. Here we go.
Here we go, guys. This is what we're doing.
And then once you get to the point, then you can be like, here's Law and Order SVU. Like, dude, that could be, how like they come to like, when they do rewatch podcasts, they come to an end like you're like, oh no, what are we like? I listen to that Pod Meets World, and then they're already like on season 3 or some shit like that, or season 4, and they're like, oh no, we only got 3 more seasons of this shit. We're going through it too fast. Like, how are we gonna make money off of the? I mean, Will Friedle. I mean, they're all good, whatever. But I'm just saying, you could go on forever rewatching SVU, and they could get it could be an excuse.
That is true. That is true. Oh my God. But I don't want to do that. Somebody else could do it better. I like interviewing, and I'm thrilled, and I'm killing it right now.
Then you could
So
be
why the hell
interviewing
would I-
Law and Order people as well. Like, I mean, I'm just throwing it out there, bro. Just throwing it out there, shit. Because nobody else is doing it. Who else is doing it? I mean, you'd have the 75 to like 55-year-old demographic. You'd have that sewed up, dude. That'd be done.
And they have money, don't they?
Mariska Hargitay. Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen that? The Love Guru with Mike Myers.
Oh my God! Just you be quiet, okay? But I do agree. Actually, you're giving me really good ideas here. Because 55-year-olds to 75-year-olds do have money, so they'll spend money on things, and then I'll get some sponsors, and then maybe I won't have to go to my job anymore.
Sorry, my Facebook was just reminding us for our podcast.
7.5 minutes in, might I add.
Yeah, and I'm just saying. I think it runs off of because you're off your time frame and I'm off of my time frame, and it fucks it up somehow, some way. But it's all good. Who cares?
Okay, but enough about that, because I want to talk about Die Another Day.
Yeah, go ahead, because nothing else.
I'm a huge James Bond fan, and I think Sean Connery is the best.
Okay, I was about to say I'm a big James Bond fan. I love Sean Connery. Pierce Brosnan might be my least favorite Bond of all time. I'd rather have the weird dude,
whatever his name is, Dalton.
Yeah, I like that guy. Even like I like that guy because he's so bad. He's so bad. But I did have the thought Brosnan is like a good OG Bond. Like you got to give that to the guy. Like he is like what I really wish they would add the forethought to have Sean Connery and Brosnan in the same fight. I'd be sold on that. If you had Brosnan and Connery in the same movie, done. You got my dollar. That's not a problem. You got my dollar. But and you got freaking peak Halle Berry in this movie. Like, oh my God, why couldn't we see the boobies then? That's all I gotta say. Like, why do we have to wait for Swordfish? Like that, the bikini top and shit. You were like, oh my God, I felt like I was 13 again. I was like, damn, Halle.
I agree.
Because she was just slightly older than the Flintstones movie and just younger than Catwoman. She was in that peak age, bro. She was in that right in the wheelhouse. Like, everything was great. Everything was great.
What I liked about her in that movie is that I felt that role allowed her to be sexy, but it didn't allow her, I think, to be completely, like, powerless, if that makes any sense. Where I felt like they really had a strong, sexy female.
If they would have taken her character from this movie and just transplanted it over to Catwoman, they would have had a good movie there. I mean, get a decent costume and just take whatever they were doing with this character, because she was a good character. She was fierce. She was fighting back and forth. Even though I wasn't a huge fan of the movie, I'm talking good shit about the movie. I powered through this bitch this evening. Like I was sitting there like, oh crap, I'm supposed to watch a Pierce Brosnan. Pierce Brosnan, and I was sitting there. I was like, I really did only like the GoldenEye video because I was thinking, I was like, did I ever see the GoldenEye? I don't think I've ever seen the GoldenEye movie.
This is why I like this movie though. I like this movie because it dealt with diamonds and blood diamonds, which I thought was interesting. It dealt with the idea of North Korea and South Korea and geopolitics. It also dealt with the fact that this was the first time James Bond was actually caught as a spy. Yeah. And that's a really interesting circumstance as a James Bond fan. No. All of a sudden now you're trading prisoners. And what is that like?
His hair looked pretty good from coming out of being a prisoner. Like, you see that scrub. Like, it looked like I was like, that's some soft-ass looking hair, dude. How the fuck you keep your hair so soft inside the prison, man? But real quick, speaking of that scene, Like I had that. I don't know if you ever seen that moment in Clerks where they're like, "Oh, what I was thinking about all the people on the construction of the second, what the hell is that Star Wars Death Star, the second Death Star. I was thinking about
the scene where Randall's explaining the
Yeah.
contractors, and then the guy walks in and he's like, "My buddy took a contractor job," and then he got whacked.
when the guy that was studying the diamonds blew up. I was like, "What the fuck? How bad is that guy?" And then I was like, "Well, he is sizing up some blood diamonds, so he ain't that great. But I mean, seriously, did he deserve to get blown up? Like, how bad? I want to know how bad this guy is, really and truly. Like, how terrible is he?" But yeah, I just had that one moment. But then I was like, it really doesn't fucking matter. But they did just blow up like a pretty much innocent like jeweler guy. And James Bond had no issue about it. He didn't try to dive on that guy or push him out the way. He's like, fuck that dude. He deserves it.
It's the cost of doing business.
Yeah, that's the cost of doing blood diamond business.
No, but I really like this movie because it's dealing with a lot of stuff that's complicated. And I like the fact that I felt like the world is not enough, which is also a great one. And I like that movie more than I like this one.
Is it a thing for them to say the title of the movie in James Bond movies?
Sometimes.
Okay, because when that dude said, or when somebody said "Learn to Die Another Day," I was like, all right, bitch, I'm done. Like, we know I almost like it better because I'm almost positive like I liked it better that I had to figure out like the title of, you know what I'm saying? Like you had to figure out like what the title meant, you know, like I don't think they came out and said, "Ooh, this is Thunderball." So I don't know if they did, but I remember like thinking like,
no.
I always.
Let me put it a different way. So I think it might have been Roger Moore or it might have been Sean Connery, "Live and Let Die." So they didn't say "Live and Let Die," but Paul McCarthy played the song "Live and Let Die."
Yeah.
And that was at the end of the movie. So but I thought that was classic, right? Or with Goldfinger, you don't need to say it's Goldfinger because you know it's Goldfinger is the enemy, and he's like in the first scene of the movie trying to poison all the gold because he has all the gold, right?
Right.
So, but like in Casino Royale, they didn't say this is Casino Royale, right? They didn't say that with Daniel Craig. Horrible book. One of the worst James Bond books.
I don't like Daniel. I think Daniel Craig. I don't hate Daniel Craig, but I don't like him. I'm not like, oh yeah, this is the next James Bond. Like,
let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Do you think Daniel Craig is overloaded?
What do you mean overloaded?
So you play video games, right?
Yeah.
You know how these characters that are like glitched out and cheat coded out?
Yeah.
Like that's how I feel about Daniel Craig. He's like cheat coded out.
Well, I really think they need to take like, especially a character like James Bond. He is a back to basics, simple guy. I didn't like, and I don't mind Daniel Craig, but it's like, I don't know. There's just something about him but I like him in that Knives Out shit. Like I don't hate him as an actor. It's not him, but him as James Bond, I'm just like, dude, you're just not fucking right to me. You're just not right to me. Like I almost think Idris Elba would make a better, like they're doing that or whatever. I don't know if that's but I think he'd make a better one than Daniel Craig would.
Have you seen Luther?
Yeah. I mean, I haven't watched it all the way through, but I've seen like clips. I've seen him portray it. I've seen him do it.
Because I think, I agree. I think he'd be a great James Bond. And this is going to sound horrible, but I don't think James Bond could be a woman. I don't think it works the same way. Because I just don't see it, right? But I could see a black guy being James Bond.
There's nothing. A woman, no, but a black guy, I'll accept. No, I'm joking. You did not say it like that, but I'm just saying. Yeah, I don't think it's not that I wouldn't accept like a woman James Bond, but I mean, it'd have to be because the whole point is like, so it's not 007 anymore. It'd have to be, 009 or whatever. Like it can't be. Oh well, now she's the James Bond. Well, no, like.
Have you seen the show Covert Affairs?
No, not particularly. I don't think.
It was on USA and it deals with spies, it deals with the CIA, it deals with a lot of interesting things going on, right?
Yeah.
And so basically, you had the main character is a woman, and it's espionage, it's spying, it's getting contacts out, it's hunting down things that are threats to national security.
Right.
And so my whole thing with that is that works because we're building a new character. I feel with James Bond, the whole point of James Bond is that he's smooth, he knows how to talk to women.
Well, yeah.
And, like, if you have a woman, I don't know if the same equivalent works.
Well, that's what I was just saying. That's why I was like, it'd have to be like 009. It could not be, 007. I mean, I guess it could be, but again, it couldn't be like, oh, this is the female James Bond. No, just they don't have a dude. There's not a, she's better than all the dudes out there right now, so she's just 007. Or, sheesh. I'm not even gonna go there. We're live. Never mind. I'll talk. But I'm just saying, like, it'd have to be something different. Let's move on from the female male thing. Let's move forward from that, please.
But I really like this movie because I like the fact that there's a bunch of twists in there. I like the fact that it's dealing with diamonds, it's dealing with like energy and having gigantic lasers. Like I thought that was cool.
Well, see, yeah, that's pretty cool. But then there's not that many twists. I don't know. Like, just so you could see it, like, oh, I was like, okay, yeah, I could tell. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. And then Halle Berry, I don't know. I had a few things. Like the beginning, when he's skydiving, going into the surfing James Bond, that's fine. Maybe take that one out and just do the surfing skydiving James Bond from off the cliff later. Like, you can't have it twice. Like, oh yeah, I do know how to skydive and surf because you saw that 20 minutes ago at the beginning of the movie. So I'm not doing anything new. It's not like I'm bringing something else out. But this is also a very X Games type of James Bond. Like, there was let me see. I wrote down. I know they did the surfing. There was parachuting. Oh, and then they got that fast-ass car and everything. I mean, they're driving shit around. That one that's just going super fast that he got taken off the cliff with. I did think him and how Pierce Brosnan does a great job with the sexual innuendos. Like, Sean Connery started it, but Pierce Brosnan was taking it hardcore with the sexual innuendos.
No, but I also think Pierce is a very, very good actor in that, and I think he knows how to be really smooth.
He's a great actor, but I just don't like him. I don't like him as Jay. He is a good actor. I like him in everything. And technically, there are things that I like about him in this James Bond. But I guess maybe it's just it's a bad movie. Maybe that's what I don't like about it. I just don't. Or maybe he just never had really good. He never had really good like a great go at it. They're just like, okay, here's another James Bond movie. Here's another James Bond movie. Not a problem. Here's another James.
I will grant you that this is not the best. In which that I'll tell you this: Casino Royale is a better movie.
Yeah, if they put Pierce Brosnan in the type of flicks that they're putting in, because I like the universe that they have Daniel Craig in. I just don't like him as Bond. If they put Pierce Brosnan in this Bond universe as this James Bond, I could totally dig that. That'd be really good. I'd really like that. I feel like these 90s James Bond movies, like, were just bad. I don't remember liking a one of them. I can't, and I'm almost positive I liked the GoldenEye video game a lot more than I ever liked the GoldenEye movie. I might have to rewatch the movie just to see how much I didn't like it or did. I don't know. I almost feel like I was surprised by, like, I'm almost proud my homeboy was like, oh, you want to check out this new James Bond GoldenEye guy? I was like, why? The movie sucked ass, bro. Why do I want to play this? Oh, this is kind of cool, though. Let's go. All right. I see it now.
I mean, I like the movie, though. Like, I really enjoyed it. And I watched it again. And I enjoyed The World Is Not Enough. And I enjoyed Pierce. I really enjoy I enjoy these movies. But maybe it's because I saw them with, my dad when I was like.
Well, and also you're the right, but didn't you saw, but seeing it with your dad and maybe watching it Sean Connery, because I I was a huge James Bond, Sean Connery fan, and then I remember Roger Moore, and I remember seeing the Dalton guy. You know, I remember that. And I wasn't huge fans of any of that. And I was like, oh, so okay, we're gonna get James Bond again. And I was like, oh, okay, no, I'm all right. And I caught him, and I remember watching this one. This might have been one of the first movies I caught on DVD. Was this James Bond? Because I remember watching. I was like, I do remember the Diamond Guy, and I remember catching it on DVD. I think I got it on DVD. One of the first movies I watched on DVD. I remember that the diamond shit when the guy's face, like I hated that. I thought that was dumb as hell. Like that is, and then he got like superpowers after that, like, and then it was kind of Face Off, man. Like they stole from Face Off, like it was. It was okay. It was okay. That's the worst part. Like as much as I hated it, I liked it just the same.
I mean, look, I enjoy this movie, and I like the ending a lot, where they have all the diamonds, and then they're like having sex on the diamonds, and like, can we keep them, James? And he's like, well, we have to return them, but
I like the ending. I like Madonna's the intro song is like I was sitting there jamming out the whole Die Another Day. Like I was sitting like, who the fuck's singing this song? Like I couldn't place it because I haven't heard a Madonna song in I don't know how long. I'm like, this is a banger, bro. What's going on here? That was like, oh shit, it's now I remember. And then when Madonna popped up, I was like, oh, now I see all the tying and shit. Now I kind of remember all that stuff.
I really enjoyed, like, how did you feel about the opening of it? Because I thought the graphics in the opening were pretty cool.
I didn't notice anything. I didn't notice anything where you know how you're like, oh, that was complete crap CGI. It looked like those were kind of like those were like, because I was watching the surfing going, and I was like, okay, that's them on, like, one of those surf machines or surf, you know, one of those wave rider type things. And then they digitally, so they're probably doing real wave riding in front of a digital green screen because they hadn't completely figured that shit out yet. So it did have some real effects mixed in. It didn't look complete crap. Like, I remember watching that first, and I was like, well, that doesn't look bad. Because when I first saw it, I was like, okay, they're doing the parachute, they're doing some X Games shit. I actually just thought that shit was cool. Then when they brought it back like 30 minutes later and got cut off the side of the cliff, I was like, that's a little much, James. You can't. I was expecting some snowboarding or some shit. Like, we're in Iceland. We're not going to get some snowboarding. And then that scene where those two fuckers don't even, James Bond and the Diamond Guy are just riding around this ice palace that's like defrosting. They don't give two craps that there's people inside there and they're just destroying this thing. Like, and then, like, the entire ice palace is coming down, and James Bond is just like, boosh, I'm going to ram into this room where I know she's at. I don't know what's going on in there, but I'm going to take it through that glass door. And then her body hits it, and he does. That's where I thought he looked the most James Bond. He rams the door, her body hits the thing, and he does his little hand thing to break the glass. She comes in, he's like, we're getting you out of here. But boom. I was like, that's James Bond like a motherfucker. That is the most James Bond thing I've ever seen Pierce Brosnan do. There you go. There you go, Pierce. Good job. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. As much as I talk shit about this movie, there were some good points. There were some points where I was like, what the fuck's going on here, guys? What are we doing here? Like the Icarus satellite thing. I'm like, that's a little much, man. Why? Come on. Like, that is some North Korea type shit. Like, I could totally. And again, we're live places. We got to be careful, like, whatever we say. And I don't know. I'm still getting over getting banned last week because I'm still not off it. Like tonight at like 11:30, I'll be off of it. Whatever time you got me banned last week. I'll be all good.
No, it's all right. I mean, I'm in a warning zone on YouTube myself, so I get it. But then again, if anybody, you'd be in a warning too if you guys interview Savannah Fox.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's Savannah Fox. So she makes Halle Berry look really bad. We're gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, you better leave it at that.
Just because I have beautiful friends doesn't mean you get to hate me, everybody. It doesn't mean you get to hate me. Just because I have beautiful friends. I worked hard to have beautiful friends. I mean, look, Keenan's here.
You're forever in the friend zone with me, bitch. No, I'm joking. Forever friend zone. Have you heard the Con Air theory? The James Bond Con Air theory.
I have not.
Not Con Air, The Rock. James Bond, The Rock. Like the movie The Rock with Nicolas Cage, Sean Connery.
I know the movie Con Air.
Well, no, it's the movie The Rock, where he goes
I don't
to.
know this one then.
You've never seen the movie The Rock?
I haven't.
All right. Well, then I think that's that's where I have to watch the week after next. And so next week's gonna be a big wrestling thing. I'll save my theory till after I make you watch The Rock with Nicolas Cage and Sean Connery. Can't believe you've never seen that fucking movie, dude. Never mind. Now my conversation's done. That was a big part of my conversation, you motherfucker. No, I'm joking, dude.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. It gives us something to do after WrestleMania, man. I got watch after WrestleMania. We're watching The Rock with Nicolas Cage and Sean Connery.
Okay, then. That's fine with me.
Already sealed and delivered. Let me see what else I wrote down for this disaster of a fucking movie. You said something about the Koreans and the North Koreans. I did like that point. We get a lot of what is it, faceless or nameless bad guys nowadays because of, you got to be careful what you say. Like, so it's always just like faceless Europeans or faceless Asians. You never like specifically say a country. I did like how they were very specific about, oh, we got to do this. North Korea, South Korea. Oh, this is what's going to happen. Blah, blah, blah. I did like it. And it, on a whole, it was an okay Bond movie. I'll give you that.
I mean, I don't want to get us into too much trouble, but I thought it was interesting that they actually took a stance on, and they actually had a legit ending. Because I think it speaks some authenticity to it.
But this is 90s, bro. I mean, I get what you're saying exactly, but this is 90s, so nobody cared. It wasn't about, they weren't thinking like, oh, we don't want to offend any Korean. Like, nobody cared about that. I mean, this might have been early 2000s. No, this was late 90s, wasn't it?
I think it was like 2000.
Well, it doesn't matter. Whatever. Nobody cared about anybody else at that. Pierce Brosnan. Nobody cared. Nobody gave a shit about anybody's feelings back then. It did not matter. Did not matter at all. So I mean, I get that. I did like it. I don't know. This was, and I remember. I mean, Halle Berry was just so damn hot. I mean, I don't want to. I'm fixated on that shit. But the cast was, as always, we got John Cleese, Judi Dench. Pierce Brosnan, Halle Berry. I love Michael Manson. Low key, love me some Michael Manson. From Quentin Tarantino movies to all his other shit. He's a good fucking actor. I really liked him. The sexual innuendos were brilliant. I mean, I can't tell you how many times. I mean, from the beginning, when he first met Halle Berry, he was like, well, there's nothing for me to do until the morning. She's like, well, what do you do all night? He's like, I find things to keep me busy. Just like, damn, dog, here we go. It's going down. It's going down for real. Halle Berry and Pierce Brosnan. Like, I didn't even remember because the double agent, the white girl that like Bond has sex with later in the movie, I didn't even realize she was actually British. Because she's in the Captain America movies in the Marvel universe now. And I was like, oh, crap, she's probably really British. Like, I forget, like people, like, actors are British. Like, a lot of actors are British. And, like, she's a legit...
Look at you and your prejudice. Look at you and your prejudice.
I'm not prejudiced. There's still... No, I'm not going to... I had a great joke. No, not prejudice. I'm just saying, like, when I heard her voice, I was like, oh, crap.
Look at you. Look at you hating the Brits.
Well, when you gotta save their asses so many times. Sorry, British people. But on the whole, I mean, I don't know. We don't have a rating system. We haven't figured out a rating system or anything. But whatever our rating system is, I'd probably give this like a 5. I mean, I would have never watched, I never had in my mind to watch another Pierce Brosnan 007 ever again.
You're not a true believer.
I'm kind of, I'm over Idris, I'm over Daniel Craig. So I'm hoping they switch it to Idris Elba or do something like, I'm way over Daniel Craig, way over it. Maybe I should go, I don't think I've given enough time to, I remember more for Roger Moore making fun of him playing 007. Maybe that was in Cannonball
This is
Run.
interesting, right? So who do you think could play Bond besides him?
Besides Idris Elba?
Yeah.
Well, who was that? Who was that guy? That kid in the gentleman, or that was in the Kingsman, and then he played Elton John, and he's what's that guy's name? I don't know that actor's name, but he's a Bondsy looking out mofo, and now he's like in his.
I'm gonna throw two names, and one of them is not gonna happen, but just on acting skill alone, it's one of these is gonna get us in trouble. The other is not. So, because I think in order to play Bond, you have to have real range. I really think you have to be a really good actor. And hear me out when I say that, because in order to do James Bond right, you need to be able to be a serious actor. So, and I'm not advocating for this, but Kevin Spacey is a good example of somebody who has massive range as an actor. You like him or you don't.
I know, but I'm just saying, are you saying Kevin Spacey should be the next James Bond? Okay, I'm just making sure.
I'm making a point, though.
You're trying to get us fucking canceled. That's what you're trying to do.
My next one is that I think Ryan Gosling could be Bond.
I like that.
Because Ryan Gosling can do The Big Short, and then he can do Ken from Barbie.
I just watched that motherfucker in the Nice Guys today with Russell Crowe. Speaking of which, I do like, but I mean, is he gonna do a fake British accent? Because I mean, James Bond is I think he is an out and out British. He should always be British, no matter what. Male, female, black, white, no matter what. He should always be British.
He should be British or Scottish. I don't know, because I think you could do Scottish, or you could do Ireland maybe. I don't think he has to be purely like the UK.
Okay, I'm gonna throw two names out there. I think we should go and just for like one or two movies at most. No more than that. This is just a very limited run. Old, disheveled, like kind of Logan-esque type of James Bond, where, because you know how it's big today, how like, coming out of retirement, he was down in the Bahamas. We get us like Liam Neeson or Patrick Stewart, all retired, done. I'm not 007 anymore, but he pissed somebody off. He did somebody dirty, and he's got to come out of retirement. Maybe he's going after his kids or something. I don't know, but I would love to see, like, especially Liam Neeson is that kind of dude. I would have loved to see a Liam Neeson at some point. If we're going all Kevin Spacey with it. No, I'm joking. Liam Neeson's not that bad.
I don't know, because I don't know if Liam Neeson is in a Bond role, because I feel like after Taken, like, I can't see him being James Bond.
He's an actor though. Why couldn't he?
I see Liam Neeson just being like, I'm gonna hunt you down. You took my daughter. I'm gonna hunt you down for life. Like, I don't see it.
Well, it could be the. That's exactly what. Like, hey, it's almost like that. Like, hey, I am retired. I was a 007. You came and fucked my family. I am hunting you down. I don't want to see anybody get kidnapped. Like, nobody, no daughters get kidnapped or anything.
So not doing Taken 4.
No, I don't want to see another Taken movie. That's just. But I mean, maybe he comes back like, hey, you came to my house. Now I'm coming to hurt you. Maybe it's like a John Wick. Maybe they just killed a dog. Maybe it's a John Wick type of thing. You just kill the dog and James Bond's coming to get you, bro.
I don't know. See, I can't do that. Like, it's just Taken 4 for me. Or John Wick 5.
So then Patrick Stewart.
You want to say Patrick Stewart as James Bond? So
he could
Professor X and Picard as James Bond.
We saw Bob Odenkirk do some James Bond type of shit in that movie. Nobody. We see Nicolas Cage just do something. He just did the same. Like, everybody's doing that movie. Like, oh, I'm retired. I no longer do this. Nobody knows that I'm a badass. And then all of a sudden. So I mean, Patrick Stewart could come out. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean.
I can give you Patrick Stewart. I can't give you Liam.
Okay. Well, I'm down with Patrick Stewart. I'm down with Patrick.
Iris Elba. I think Iris Elba
It,
would be interesting.
it's Idris Elba.
Idris.
Yeah, I'd be down with that. I'd be down with that.
Do that, and I think that's the right choice.
Let's do Patrick Stewart next, as like, cause you know how you gotta get like a title holder to like kind of get you to the next one. Let's put a Patrick Stewart movie out there with maybe an Idris Elba like cameo, like him just coming in like, hey, I need you to take this over, and then all of a sudden it's like Patrick Stewart going to Colombia with.
I could give you Patrick Stewart for a movie. I would pay to see that. I'd pay to see that.
I don't know if I'd pay to see any of these movies. I probably watch all these movies at home. Like, no offense. Like, I mean, I'm down to see them all, but especially for the first one, I'm not gonna go pay out the gate to go see Idris Elba as James. We have nothing to go by. No, I mean, yes, the Luther. I'm just saying, like, this is a whole new world, bro. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I would pay to see Idris. How do you say his name? I can't say his fucking name.
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba.
Idris. Drago. No, I'm joking. I don't know.
Because he was in, what was he in, Tenet?
Yeah.
With like Christopher Nolan.
He's a great actor. He's a great actor. He would not be bad at all.
His best role, and this is gonna sound crazy, was Knuckles in Sonic the Hedgehog.
You know that he's coming out in some TV show as Knuckles on Peacock. I don't know. I don't know about that, man. I'm not sold on that shit either, man. Let's not even go down that fucking Sonic the Hedgehog hole.
Again, you are not a true believer. It's all right.
No, I'm not a true believer. I am so judging your ass for I like Knuckles. Sonic the Hedgehog Knuckles is great. No, I don't know, man.
Oh, he was hilarious.
I mean, he was pretty good. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I just don't know. Maybe he was the better part of that movie, but
no. Let me explain. That whole movie was amazing if you went in and you were a Sonic the Hedgehog fan. If you went in and you were not a Sonic the Hedgehog fan, you're like, what the fuck am I watching? You're like,
right? No, I get that because, I mean, I like the actor that's playing Sonic. I like that guy's voice, whatever that voice is. I like that guy. I find him funny and other shit. Like, I like who it is, but it's just all together that the whole thing, like.
Sonic, the first movie was great. The second was great. And it was a commercial success.
I know, but it comes off more like Alvin and the Chipmunks than it does a fucking good movie, dude. That's all I'm saying. Like, when I watch them, like, oh, this is the fucking Squeakle.
You got it wrong, man.
You're just fucking 12. That's what I got wrong. You're just 12. That's what I got wrong.
No. You have the whole thing wrong. I'm telling you, this is the deal with Sonic the Hedgehog, right? If you played the video games and you read the comics and you're indoctrinated in it and you go in to have a good time, it's a fantastic movie. You have to go in with the right attitude with that movie.
Well, I've never gone into a movie expecting to have a good time. That's stupid, Mecca. No, I'm fucking with you, dude. No, I get.
Okay, I'll just go into the corner.
Maybe I should just rewatch it. I don't know. I feel like because I did watch the new movie I watched and I was like, and James Marsden, like watching him, like, dude, you used to be Cyclops, you fucking bitch. Like, oh my gosh, like. Now what is this that you're doing? Like, it's just terrible. Just terrible.
Let me ask you this. I'm going to ask you a question because now I need to ask you, what was the last great movie you saw that was unbelievable?
Last great movie I saw that was unbelievable.
That blew your mind.
Shit, I don't know. I watch a lot of streaming stuff all the time. I'm trying to think, what the fuck did I just watch?
I'll tell you mine. And you can make fun of me for it if you would like.
No.
Top Gun Maverick.
What?
Top Gun Maverick.
It was that's not making fun. No, that was a pretty good flick. I enjoyed that. I did enjoy it.
I'm glad. I don't go to the movies all that often.
Yeah.
If I see 10 movies a year in a movie theater, that's a lot, right?
Yeah.
That was my list a year ago when it came out. I don't know if it came out a year ago or 2 years ago. But I'm glad I spent my $15.
I think it just came out over the summer, man, because I waited for that. I was sitting there watching everybody talking good about it. I was like, Yeah, everybody's talking good about it, but this just isn't like I'm a Top Gun fan, but it's just like I don't know. I did like it. It was a pretty good movie.
I thought that's the type of movie you want to see in a theater.
In the first, I enjoyed the first. Are there 4 John Wicks or 5?
There's 4, and then there's the TV show on Peacock.
I didn't watch the TV show. I enjoyed the first 3. I was kind of let down by the last one. I was just like, oh, it is what it is. It's okay. Like, I mean,
I think they should have ended at 3.
yeah, I think they went a little bit far. Like, why can't, I mean, I understand that he's unhappy guy and shit like that, but I mean, they could have ended it with him dying the same way during 3. I mean, I almost knew, like, ending 3, I was like, there's no way 4 is going to be good. There's just no way.
This is what I think. I think they should have just left him where is he alive or dead? And then just let him just be in the sunset where he finally gets maybe not peace, but you don't know what's going to happen. And then I thought the Peacock show was great.
I didn't watch it. I want to check it out, but I haven't watched it.
It's about Winston, and it's about like 30 or 40 years ahead before anything with John Wick, and it's about the Confidential. And they pumped real money into that, and they spent a good amount of money making it. They probably pumped to make that, all 3 of those episodes. So I think the first one's an hour and a half. I think the second one's like an hour 20, and then the third one's like another hour and a half.
Really?
So it's a good, like, 4.5 hours. It's really, really good.
I will have to go check it. Let me see. I'm trying to think. What did I watch that was really... I watch movies all the time. I can't believe I'm like spacing what I've seen that I've really enjoyed. But I guess it's more... I really haven't enjoyed that many movies lately. I haven't gone... I guess the last movie I saw in the movie theater was something Marvel related or something. But it wasn't the Marvels or anything like that. I didn't go see any of that shit in the movie theater. What the hell came before that? I don't know. But no, I guess it's been a while because nothing that's popping in my head right away. There hasn't been anything in the movie theater that I've been like, oh, I got to go see it. I know I'm going to go see Wolverine and Deadpool in the movie theater. I know there's some shit coming out this summer.
Is it Deadpool 3?
Yeah, Deadpool 3, but it's like Deadpool and Logan or Deadpool and Wolverine now. That's what they're calling it. So
Ryan Reynolds has an Aviator gin. And
yeah.
So they have limited editions where it's the Deadpool logos on the bottle.
Yeah.
That's cool, right?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty fucking cool.
I think it's so clever, and I think it's smart because it's brilliant marketing.
Well, everything he does is smart and clever, man. You can't help. I mean, this guy's is...
That guy's a marketing genius.
Yep. You gotta, I mean...
Have you seen his Mint Mobile commercials with his wife?
Yeah.
And then it's his wife's stunt double.
Oh, really? How far back do you go with what's his name, Ryan Reynolds?
Oh man, I go back to Van Wilder.
Okay, so you don't remember like Disney Channel shit or like Young Frankenstein type shit that he did? Like he's been a star since he was a child, bro.
No, I came into him with Waiting and Van Wilder.
I love Waiting. I was a chef before I did all this shit, so Waiting's my shit.
Waiting is great. There's so many people in Waiting. That's insane.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, man, look, I mean, there's nothing out there like on Disney Channel or anything, but just YouTube Ryan Reynolds before he was like big. Like, I mean, did you ever see Two Guys, a Girl in a Pizza Place?
I haven't.
Dude, it was like a TV show. He was a sitcom, like he was on ABC or something for like two seasons. Two Guys, a Girl in a Pizza Place. It was a stupid fucking show. It was really dumb, but it was like Ryan Reynolds. I mean, you could just tell that Ryan Reynolds was gonna be something. You could just kind of tell, like, okay, that's funny and smart type shit.
That's wild. Because I felt he took a bunch of okay roles, and then he got to do a bunch of really great roles.
Right. No, I mean, he's been, dude, I don't know how long but he was like a child actor. I'm almost positive. Shit, what the fuck was I mean, he's been in a bunch of shit, dude. He's been in shit for years. He was an awkward kid. He was because he was always like tall. He's always been like the size he is now. But he was like 16, 17, 18.
I mean, I know that I think he was in Smoking Aces.
Yeah, he wasn't here. Oh, let me see. He wasn't Smoking Aces. Hold on one second. Let me see.
Because that's also how I know him, because I wasn't technically allowed to see Smoking Aces. It was on. I'm like, oh man, this is a great movie. It's a crazy movie.
All right. All right.
But I liked him in Detective Pikachu. I thought he was great in that.
I only saw moments of that, man. I mean, I didn't see the entire thing of it.
Dude, the best part of Detective Pikachu is that you got free Pokemon cards when you went to go see it in the theater.
Oh, great. Yeah, I mean, there's all kind. There's shit on here from like him being a fucking child, dude. Like we're talking like 13 in Canada. He was like started out in like 13, 14 years. Oh, you can't do that. He was on. You can't not on it, but he made appearances on. You can't do that on television.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, how to find the perfect 12-year-old Ryan. Yeah, I mean he's been an actor for a while, bro.
No, I don't doubt it. I mean, I just think that the guy is a genius in so many ways.
He is a genius, man. I've always found him funny. I think he's a good fucking actor and shit, dude. Fuck, man. Let's make him James Bond. There you go. He's Canadian, so I mean, that's not too far. I mean, that's not American. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know if I could see him doing that. Like my thing about Ryan Reynolds is that I think he's great. Like, I just saw a Red Notice.
Sore.
What did you say?
I said sore. Every time you say sore.
I saw Red Notice.
Y'all. What'd you think of it?
Oh, I enjoyed it.
Good.
I thought it was great. I love the fact that I mean, we spoke about this last week, didn't we?
I'm not for sure. Maybe we did.
I brought up the two Bishop thing. Did I do that with you, or did I do that with somebody else last week?
No, that was somebody else, man. That wasn't me, dude.
Because it was Gal Gadot, The Rock, and Ryan Reynolds. Right. I mean, it was Gal Gadot was in that movie, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Because she's the girl. And then after the other girl who was the agent, I forget who played her off the top of my head, but I thought the cast was great.
Really?
And then I also liked the fact that it showed that. I thought that was really funny. You know, he made a cameo.
Right.
But I really thought it was great, the two bishop thing, the ending to that movie where there's two bishops. Oh, I thought it was great.
No, I thought that movie was decent. I mean, I didn't hate it. I didn't love it.
Let me put it this way. If I had to go pay money in $15, that movie would have a different rating. But the fact that Netflix, and I already have Netflix, and it was just there. That's the thing about content right now, right? So you would have, like, I don't know if this impacts you, but if I pay for Peacock, right?
Yeah.
So Law & Order SVU, and Law & Order Organized Crime is included. I'm paying for Peacock because I want to watch WrestleMania. So for $5, I'm watching WrestleMania, but then I get to watch Law & Order, and then I get to watch a wrestling pay-per-view every single month. So all of a sudden, for $60, I'm getting a lot of content, so my standard of content goes down.
Right.
Does that make any sense?
No, I understand completely. Because like I'm saying, dude, there's TV shows I'm sitting there watching. Like, okay, I'll give you an example. I found this. I was watching Hulu one day. I was just kind of clicking through, and I saw Colombian hippos or Pablo Escobar and his hippos. So I clicked on that motherfucker, and it's like one of those TV shows that you wouldn't really watch. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm watching this thing about Pablo Escobar. When he got killed, he owned a zoo. There was 4 hippos. These hippos were brother and sister and blah, 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 family and stuff. These hippos got away and then started like having incestual sex, and now there's like 80 hippos in Colombia that are like chomping down on people. I'm sitting there like 30, 45 minutes into this show, and I'm like, what the hell are you doing, man? Like, you knew, like, okay, you learned they have hippos. Like, they're not gonna take the hippos out of there. This isn't like, you're not gonna learn anything by the end of this. There's not gonna be a satisfying conclusion. Keenan, walk away, bro. Walk away. But the fact that I just found it on Hulu and it was kind of like, okay, cocaine hippos, let's go. It was just like, man, you dummy. But I remember like sitting there because I looked at the thing. I was like, dude, you've been watching this for 30 minutes. Like, do you really think that this is like one of those TV shows where like where, you know, what are those like where they take you through all the shit, but they really give you no satisfying. Let's go into the pyramids. We're gonna unearth all this stuff. We learn nothing new. You know what I mean? Like, that's all. I knew they had hippos, and do I really care if there's 80 incestual hippos in Colombia or whatever it is? I mean,
I do.
It ain't my fault. It ain't my fault.
Thank you for educating me. I did not know this.
You know, you can't. I'm telling you, I was like 30 minutes. Like, dude, what have you been wasting your time on? Like, for 30.
No, but like, I'm a big anime like weeboo type of guy on Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll legitimately has 4,000 anime titles, and they have new ones that come out every single week, an hour after they air in Japan. So,
yeah, they put out seasons upon seasons of anime shit. Like, just it never ends. Just never ends.
Crazy. But the fact that if an anime sucks, it's $80 with Crunchyroll a year. So it's like, my standard has been lowered because my content acquisition cost is dirt cheap now. What I'm getting. So, like, that's how I feel about Peacock. That's how I feel about Disney Plus. That's how I feel about Netflix. Is that it doesn't, like, you can give me dog shit, but if you're charging me only $15 and it occupies 20 hours of my month, I mean, we're talking less than $1 per hour, and I don't know what competes with 20. I can't get 20 hours of entertainment for anywhere cheaper. So, or something, and also I do a lot of social media and a lot of editing and a lot of posting while I'm watching movies.
Right.
So, like, upload a bunch of YouTube shit, and I'm watching 6 movies on Netflix. So does it really matter if the movie's good or bad? Not really, because it makes the time less painful. Or on Peacock, same thing. It makes it less painful.
Yeah.
So does it distract me and slow me down by an hour? Sure. But that's also the point, is that, like, that's where I'm at. So.
Did you watch the John Cena movie that came out on Hulu?
I don't think I did yet.
There's a John Cena movie with what is it? Brie Larson, one of the women, not Brie Larson, one of the women from Community. The brown, I forget her name, but she's in it, and John Cena is like an ex-CIA agent type of thing. I was sitting there. That's one of those movies that was like, yeah, I would not go see this in the movie theater at all. But it popped on my Hulu. It came on something else, and it was decent.
I want to see what is it, Argo, or no, it's the movie that was done with Dua Lipa, and it's by the people who did Kingsman.
Oh, shit, I don't know the name. You know
the movie I'm talking about. Like,
I think I do. Yeah.
And then didn't John Cena just have a movie that dropped on Amazon?
That might have been what I was talking about. I don't know. Let me see what I was.
Is it Hulu or is it Amazon? I thought the one was that he is like the made-up imaginary friend that they hired for the weekend.
Oh no, that's a comedy. I saw he was all right in that one, but I'm talking about hold on, that Rickety Snickety or some shit like that. It was all right. I watched it. It was okay. Hold on.
I saw it at the Roadhouse with Jake.
Oh, what'd you think of that, dude?
I thought it was a solid movie, and I thought that they took a similar concept, they made it their own, but they also kept it in a similar vein, so that if you like Roadhouse, it's not terrible.
Real quick. The movie's called Freelance. That's the John Cena movie My bad. I don't want to forget this shit or lose it. And then we'll talk about Roadhouse. My bad. I don't mean to cut you off, bro. But it's called Freelance. It's John Cena and
Owens, maybe?
what is her name? Allison Brie. See, that's where I got confused. Allison Brie from Community. John Cena. She needs to go into some war territory or goes in. They send John Cena after, and Christian Slater makes a cameo. It's pretty fucking good, dude. I liked it. But back to Roadhouse. My bad, man. My bad. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No. I thought it was good. I thought they took a similar concept, they brought it into modern times, they made it their own, and they didn't really interfere too much into the old Roadhouse. And I thought they made it their own, and I thought it was gonna be dog shit, and it wasn't.
I agree with you. I liked it. My biggest disappointment was I thought they could have gotten a better guy than Conor McGregor. I mean, that I thought they're bad because I mean, you think about the bad guys in the first movie, like you said, Terry, not Terry Gordy. I just watched him on Dark Side of the Ring. Terry Funk. My bad. Terry Funk. I mean, and I forget who else, but I mean, they had some big badass brawlers. That fat guy in the first movie, I was just like, yeah, that dude will just roll over you.
And also, the other thing about the movie is that the main villain was like a sinister guy in a suit who was, even in my opinion, the guy who was pulling all the strings, and the real villain was scarier than any of the tough guys.
Yeah, man. But that's kind of how it was in the original movie. Like there was the big badass guy and all the wrestlers that were coming after Patrick Swayze, but then there was the guy that was pulling all the strings and paying all the money for shit. But again, I thought it was pretty good. I thought they could have gotten somebody better than Conor McGregor. I thought he just wasn't.
I take a different opinion on that, where I thought Conor McGregor was the embodiment of insanity, like the 80s. And so I thought he was actually needed. And I don't think Conor McGregor was that bad. I thought Conor McGregor worked because I thought Conor McGregor's position was, I guess, this whole movie and this concept is insane.
Yeah.
So why not? And like my favorite scene is when, did you guys have health insurance? I thought that was really funny. And then they were all like making fun of it that he was doing what he was doing. And then he didn't think he's driving them. And he's like, bump. And I thought that was really funny. I thought that was really funny that he's in the hospital. Like, this guy has a broken leg. He's got a broken arm. He might have a concussion. I thought that was hilarious.
That was good. I did like that. And it was a good movie. Maybe I just didn't like Conor McGregor. I was like, yeah! I'm like, I don't know. Like he didn't get enough shit done. At least I didn't see him get enough shit done to be that fucking cocky. Like he acted like he was the Conor McGregor that been knocking people out in UFC. Like it was that Conor McGregor. I didn't see all that. But I liked it. And again, I feel like maybe I gotta take the wrong side of it. Like maybe I'm taking the wrong opinion of shit.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I thought it was, again, though, let me ask you a question about Amazon.
Yeah.
So I love Amazon as a stock investment. I love Amazon because I order something and it arrives in a day or two.
Yeah.
I don't really give a fuck about Amazon's streaming platform per se. If they didn't have it, I would still be an Amazon Prime member. To me, their streaming platform is in addition to anything they give me on a streaming platform of original content. I'm like, this is just bonus for me.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, because in this day and age, I mean, I don't think I didn't get Amazon to get the Prime. Because really and truly, if I wanted to, if there was something that important, I could join Captain Hook's fleet and find out what I really wanted to watch. It's not a problem. I don't know if you get my drift.
I think I do.
Yeah, me and Captain Hook could float around the bay and find whatever I really needed. But I have my Amazon Prime. I pay for it yearly. It shows up, and like you said, anything bonus I get content wise, I appreciate that, and it's easy.
The only thing I care about Amazon is 4.5 months out of the year, and it's Thursday Night Football.
Oh, dude, no.
Thursday Night Football, and I'm a football fan. So I really, really, really enjoy Thursday night football.
Yeah, you're an every team football fan, right? You're not just, you don't care what you're watching as long as it's football.
Let me put it this way: I'm a New Yorker, so I'm a Giants and Jets fan.
Yeah.
First and foremost, if the Jets are playing and the Giants are not, or if the Jets are playing at 1 and the Giants are playing at 4, I'm watching the Jets and I'm watching the Giants, but I'm a Giants fan.
Right, but you're watching Thursday night football or Monday night football no matter who's playing, right?
Most of the time, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's not me. I don't really. If New England and New York are playing on Monday night, I could give a crap less. Even if it's like Philadelphia and like Washington or something like that, I still like. I'll find that out tomorrow. I don't need to watch. I don't need to see every play.
But my point is that I really enjoy Monday night football and I enjoy Thursday because what it forces me to do is it forces me to take 3 hours and do nothing on Monday and Thursday night. And for me, it's nice because I'm not looking at my computer and I'm just watching a game and I'm not interacting with people. So it's on a mental health level, I do better as a person during football season.
Right.
I'm less engaged with people.
Right.
It sounds weird, right? So I built in.
Well, I try not to tell you when you say shit that sounds weird to me, Mecca. I try not to say. I don't want to put you out in front. No, I'm fucking with you, dude. No, it's not. It's not weird, man.
I don't think it's that crazy. Where it's the idea that sometimes you want to disconnect, and you just want to be saying, "Cool, for the next 3.5 hours, I'm watching Monday Night Football. Don't bother me, and I don't want to deal with the shitstorm of social media."
The crazy person never thinks shit's that crazy, do they, Mecca? Never.
I don't think it's that crazy. I don't.
Nah, you're not that crazy, man.
I mean, dude, comics. Like, I'll say this: indie comics is a fucking shitstorm and a dumpster fire. It makes a dumpster fire look clean. It's so full of drama that, like, it's insane. And it's like everybody should just do your job and just be a decent human being.
Know your role. Shut your mouth and know your role.
If everybody did that, they'd make more money and there'd be less problems.
Yeah, maybe, but it's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen.
No, it's all right. It's all right. They'll eventually go bankrupt and they'll leave. It'll eventually happen. You're just laughing at me, but am I wrong?
I swear you are. I feel like you might revel in the fact of like being a Karen sometimes. Like sometimes you're like, yes. Or like maybe you get like the little skipper arms from Gilligan's Island. Like, yes, here we go. Now they're all like, dude, maybe you should just be a professional troll, like on YouTube and shit. Like you just troll the hell out of people. Just...
I did just order a bunch of spoons for a bunch of people.
Spoons?
Yeah. Here's a spoon. Go eat your own asshole.
Gross. I wonder why you got YouTube strikes too. This was definitely not made for children, YouTube.
No. I didn't get a strike.
I
got a warning.
A warning.
YouTube does not like. I get to hang out with Big Booty Fox Savannah.
For people who don't know the story, tell us
what you said.
Maybe you shouldn't, like, if they don't like it, maybe you shouldn't constantly bring it up.
Oh, no. This is my professional trolling. They gave me a warning, and I politely accepted the warning. They're like, we're not going to torture you anymore, and I don't do what they warned me to do. They don't have a problem with the content. They have a problem with links, which I didn't think was an issue, but I haven't gotten anything since, and YouTube basically said that if you don't do anything stupid from here on out, we're not going to bust your balls.
Wow.
So there was a message.
Stupid as a stupid does, YouTube. No, I'm joking.
Because YouTube likes my YouTube channel. They make money off of my YouTube channel.
Right.
So I'm doing well.
Right.
My content's really good. So they don't want somebody to fail. They don't.
No, I know. YouTube isn't on the side of failure or anything, man.
So they basically said, hey, we don't like this, don't do it, and you're fine.
Right.
Which, again, sometimes you've done it, I've done it. Anybody who's ever created something, sometimes you step across the line and somebody has to say, hey, man, you stepped across the line, and they bring you back, and then you're fine again.
Right.
And you get corrected, and then 5 years down the road, you step over the line, and then you get corrected again. And it's not personal. It's just that, oh, I went a little too far in this issue.
Right. You took it a little bit too far.
So again, though, I fully understand why I got my warning. And I fully dived into it. They gave me a bunch of resources. And I'm like, you're absolutely right. I took one step over the line. You brought me back. I'll stay in my lane. Nothing wrong with that.
Well, hopefully you stay in your lane. So next week we're doing WrestleMania. There's no reason to watch anything because hopefully there'll be too much going on, and we'll just be talking about what we expect for Wrestle. Hopefully there's a big.
It's gonna be a fun one. But
hopefully I haven't seen. Hold on, let me check and see if there's any new YouTube. I don't think there's any new YouTube clicks. Oh, hey, if you're a big fan of Ryan Reynolds, check out the Change Up on YouTube. If you're a premium member, it's free for premium members. The Change Up, Ryan Reynolds. It's kind of there's no other clips that I've seen pop up for like SmackDown or anything, so I guess nothing else. You said you watched it tonight. Did anything happen that we should care about?
Not really.
Just Dom and his daddy, or I guess.
Basically, we're having freaking Rey Mysterio and what is it, Eli Dragon or Dragon Lee? No, it's Dragon Lee, right?
I don't know.
It's Dragon Lee got called up from NXT essentially.
Oh, isn't that who whatchamacallit's been trying to say, like, hey, we got a spot for you maybe if you're ready for it, or
and Dragon Lee has been called up, and so I think Dominic Mysterio and Dragon Lee have had issues in NXT, because you got to remember about Dom. Dom was on Monday Night Raw, on SmackDown, and doing NXT all at the same time.
Oh, really?
So Dominic Mysterio's schedule is insane. For a while, I think for like a year, he would do Monday Night Raw, and then he would fly, like right after Monday Night Raw, to Florida, do NXT on Tuesday, and then he would fly and do Friday Night SmackDown. The guy has probably put on more miles in a year than half of the WWE roster combined.
Hopefully it pays off and I'll like him at some point, because he's not done anything that I've liked.
I like him. He's improved. He's a fantastic wrestler.
Well, no, I'm not talking. I just meant like he'll do something that I'll actually care about. I'm not. I've seen his wrestling. I'm not saying anything about his. I just mean like storyline wise, because people can be great wrestlers and me not give two craps about them at all, because I don't see anything. I don't.
I'll tell you how they do it, right? I know exactly how you make Dominic Mysterio. You make people care about it. It's easy. Dominic Mysterio, Braun Breaker, 6-month feud. Trust me, I'm telling you. Because how Dominic eliminated Braun at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, he did. I noticed that, but it'd have to. I mean,
who did Braun? Who was supposed to be in Braun's spot?
I don't know.
Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
The story was supposed to be Dominic Mysterio and Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Tell me you wouldn't care about Dominic if it was Dominic Mysterio and Brock Lesnar. Because I would care a lot about that story. So I'm like, how the
I don't know. It's almost like when they put Rey Mysterio up against the Big Show. It's almost like, okay, we know that this is a ballet.
You don't know your wrestling history. You don't know why that's relevant to you.
What are you talking about? What do you mean?
Dominic Mysterio and Brock Lesnar.
No, I don't. I don't know why that's why.
It's a tribute to Eddie Guerrero. Eddie's first championship was pinning and stealing it from.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, now I remember that.
That's why people would care. And then the whole thing that happened with Vince, and then Brock, and all that shit, and that position that would have been perfect for Dominic. Perfect and then you keep Rey Mysterio out of it because you don't need Rey in there because we all know the story and everybody knows their wrestling lore. And people who don't, it would have been brought up and it would have been instant. And WWE figured out what to do with Dominic and Brock.
Yeah.
Where Dominic was supposed to eliminate Brock at the Royal Rumble, and it would have been a WrestleMania match.
Yep.
And this is the issue with Dominic Mysterio because the guy's skill is there for that type of match, and it sucks that we're never gonna get it.
I hope I see. I just don't see the Eddie Guerrero skill, and I mean, when Eddie Guerrero won it, it was believable to me. I just don't. I don't know. And I could be. I'm a Fairweather fan. It really doesn't matter what I think. Maybe by next WrestleMania, my thoughts on Dom will be completely different. But at this point, at this moment, it's not just because he's a heel. It's not just because, oh, you're supposed to not like him. Like, no, there's plenty of heels that I like not to like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know, like, I like how bad they are. I like how heelish they are. Dom just kind of, I don't know. What is it? What do you call the shit at Costco? What do you call Kirk? He's Kirkland brand Latino heat. That's the way he's like Latino heat but low fat version. Like it's like no. He's close, but just because you have a mullet and you put a little blonde streaks in your hair does not make you Latino heat. I know I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Like and come out with a fucking, like, I understand Eddie Guerrero was like, I know he was this fake father type shit and wrestling lore type shit, but like, why couldn't he come out and like, I don't know. And just like when I'm talking about shit, like, dude, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. Like, I hear The Rock in my head, like, it just doesn't matter what you think.
I must say, was it last year's WrestleMania? I mean, did you see last year's WrestleMania?
Yeah, I watched last year's WrestleMania.
I thought what they did with Dominic coming into the prison and coming all chained up and then being released.
Yeah.
I thought that was great.
It was okay. It was like, but no, I get it. I mean, I was watching, I was like, but again, I'm not keeping up with the storyline to where I think, because when did he go to prison?
It was like Dirty Dom, and then he's saying, I've been in the big house for like a week.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think because there wasn't too much with him in Royal Rumble last year, was there?
I don't know. I don't think there was. And then
because again, dude,
on Ray's freaking speech, that was good too.
I didn't keep up with it last year like I've kept up with it this year. Like they didn't keep my, like, because like I said, Survivor Series, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania. That's pretty much it.
The point I'm getting at is that pop of Dom and coming out in the correctional vehicle in handcuffs and chained up was so smart because it blew up the internet. And whether you believed it or not, nobody cared because it was so smart.
Right.
And that's what they need to do. And that's what WWE needs to do. I mean, this WrestleMania, it's 40 years of WrestleMania. It's in Philadelphia, which is a very legendary place. Why do you think Paul Heyman's getting inducted?
Yeah.
I mean, ECW, Philadelphia, right?
Yeah.
Makes complete sense that you induct Paul Heyman. But Paul Heyman is at the top of his fucking career right now.
Yeah.
Paul Heyman has another 10 years in it. Easy.
Yeah. I think they are inducting him a wee bit early. Like you said, I think he still has another 10. I mean, he's a manager.
He's a manager. He's an executive. He's heavily involved in the video games. But most people do know that Paul Heyman is part of the reason why the 2K video games happened.
Right. And the executive shit he does and all that stuff, that's not as big, but the shit he does on camera, and I mean, he's always been a manager. He was never a wrestler, so it's not like when they inducted...
He was a manager, and he was a CEO, and he was running a company.
No, but what I'm saying is that it's not the same as when they induct like a wrestler, like say Edge or somebody like that might come back. Heyman's never come back. Like he takes bumps and shit like that, but he's never coming back. Or so.
He doesn't even take bumps.
What?
Paul Heyman doesn't take a fucking bump.
I didn't.
Years.
I didn't say he take. That's what I said. I said he doesn't. But I said he's taking bump. But he hasn't been a wrestler. That's what I was saying. Is like he doesn't take bumps.
No. My position is that, see, you think what he does on camera is important, and I agree. It's really important.
Yeah.
I think what he does behind the scenes is way more instrumental.
I
I don't know if WWE cannot afford to lose Paul Heyman as an executive and as a behind the scenes.
But dude, that's apples and orange. How many people in the Hall of Fame are executives?
I mean, there's a few. There's a few for sure.
But I mean, but I mean, there's a few for sure. But I'm saying how many are in there based on their what I think we're talking about when we're talking about the Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame is like based on your on-screen credentials and what you do on screen. The Hall of Fame isn't like, oh, we're inducting Bruce Pritchard because he's such a great executive. You know what I mean? Like they're not gonna.
There's a few who have been in the Hall of Fame for what they've done behind the scenes instrumentally. But I agree. I'll give you the win. For lack of a better word, because I'll just give you the win.
Well, I was just trying. I just didn't know. I would like to know because I'm just never.
No. I forget the woman who started and really did the Make-A-Wish thing for WWE, which is granted over like 1,000 Make-A-Wishes. Collectively as a company, I think she's in the Hall of Fame.
But is it the Warrior? Did she get the Warrior Award or was it just?
I'm not sure. It's a good question, but I do.
We'd have to do some more research on that shit and figure it out.
There are people who have been massively instrumental in WWE who are in the Hall of Fame behind the scenes and certain scenes, like all the bar fights. I forget the referee who was a producer who set up a bunch of that shit. But I digress. It's not important.
Real quick, how much longer do you think Heyman's gonna be in the ring as a manager? You think he's got another 10 years of being in the ring as a manager? Do you think that's what he wants to do for another 10 years?
I think what's going to happen with him is that I think that after this bloodline shit's going to fizzle out at Money in the Bank, I think he's going to take a sabbatical for 3 to 6 months, because I don't know what you do with Paul Heyman while this bloodline shit gets figured out and then his next iteration. But then I think he might be gone for 6 months or 9 months, because I think you need a break from Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I view WWE very similar to sports, right? You have football season that goes for 5 months, but then you have time off.
Right.
And I think Paul Heyman has been a massive component of the bloodline for the last 3 years.
Dude, they could give him years off, and then when they got somebody coming up that they almost like a Brock Lesnar or the next Roman Reigns, the next Brock Lesnar, some shit like that, then you bring back a Paul Heyman. Like, I only come out to take care of the best of the best. If Paul Heyman's coming out of retirement, it's the #1 draft pick, damn it.
I think the guy Paul Heyman should monitor and help develop is Braun Breaker.
Well, then he's not getting any break at all, man. He's gonna take six months off to a year and then come. I think we need more of a Paul Heyman break. I think
I'm not saying doing it today, but Braun Breaker is, the guy's ready to go. The guy's great. The guy just needs polish.
But can't Braun Breaker talk? Like, haven't I heard him? Can he talk? Doesn't he have like a mouth on him? Am I wrong?
Yes, I think a Paul Heyman for Braun Breaker would do what Paul Heyman did for Brock.
Yeah.
I really think to get the most out of Braun Breaker, I think Paul Heyman is the answer. Like Roman Reigns, the answer for Roman, because Roman sucks at promos.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the John Cena?
Yeah.
Lord of Wars?
Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. I thought somebody was knocking on my door.
I don't think John Cena was trying to destroy Roman during that discussion or that promo, but it was evidently clear that John Cena and Roman were not on even ground as far as promos. It was evidently clear that John Cena was stating things that were massively true, saying, I am a part-timer here, and I am doing this better than you, and what you've been doing is for 15 years.
Roman's never been. He's never been a mic guy. Never, ever. I've just never seen. Even when he was in the Shield, that was his whole gimmick. There was shut up and just be the big badass for the Shield and crawl down and just save Moxley and Rollins. You know what I mean? Like it was, and I get that he's the big badass, but again, like he did need a Paul Heyman. He did need a Paul. Real quick, I don't want to forget this. Do you think they're inducting Paul Heyman now because they're worried, like because of his health and because of his bad diet and everything? Like they don't know how much longer they got with some Paul Heyman.
I don't think that's it. I don't think
We don't want to
that's
do it posthumously. I'm just joking. I know we do. Just because he's a fat guy, we want to get him in before he's like dead.
I don't think Paul Heyman is in a health issue so much. I think what it is that they're in Philadelphia. ECW has a huge history, and I think it's an ECW thing. I really do. Where I think that they're not going to be in Philly ever again for 20 years, give or take, or at least another 15. So why wouldn't you want to induct Paul Heyman at the height of his career, at when he is the very best? So I'm watching an interview with Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith is the very best in sports, I guess, talk shows.
Interviewing wise, I get it.
Interviewing wise, just his top takes. Stephen A. Smith is the best right now. Not saying Pat McAfee isn't good. Pat McAfee's fantastic. On the Pat McAfee show, Pat McAfee is the next Stephen A. Smith, but he's not Stephen A. Smith yet. But my point is that I think that what they want to do is they don't have anybody as a headliner. They're in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I think they just want to give Paul Heyman their respect because Paul Heyman doesn't want to be inducted in California. That doesn't mean anything to him.
Right.
Being inducted in Philly, his Philly, ECW's Philly. And that's what I think.
Right.
So I just think I think the WWE and TKO respects Paul Heyman a lot, that they're like, this is the place to do it.
I agree. It's a good shot, man. It's a good shot. I like it. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Man, I think maybe I'm gonna hold off any judgments until we see this WrestleMania. So next week we'll just give our predictions.
We're going to run through the card and we're going to talk about it.
What's up?
We're going to run through the card, talk about it. Maybe throw out some feelers, and maybe some people will join us.
Sounds good. I don't care, man. I give two shits. Two shits in a bucket. Is that the saying? Or two fucks in a bucket? I don't know. I forget what the saying is. I don't even know.
I have no fucks to give anymore anyway.
All right. So next week we'll go through the card and we'll talk about what we're going to talk about, and we'll try to, we'll keep up with our Raw and SmackDown and see what happens, and I'll let you know. I guess we'll do the week after. We'll definitely do the week after too.
Yeah,
see what happens.
I'm not going to be functioning well after night. I'm hanging out with my friends on night 1 and we're watching Mania, and then night 2 I'm going to be just.
Well, no, I mean the week after. We're not gonna. Let's let it marinate for a minute, dude. We don't have to. Nobody's.
I want to think about this Mania unless something majorly crazy happens.
Yeah, and we can always like get together real quick, and we can do this and not put it on live and just get a quick recording of it or some shit and just be like, oh man, it was pretty good. Click, you know what I'm saying? Like,
unless something wild happens, everybody.
Exactly. No, we're good.
Crazy happens, and I mean, like Paul Heyman puts on a singlet and gets in the ring to take on Cody and pins Cody right after he runs away with the belt. Unless that happens, I don't think we're going to be talking about it until the week after.
Mecca wants to see Paul Heyman and Cody Rhodes in a bra and panties match. That's what he just said. That's basically what he just said. He was like, I want to see Paul Heyman in a bra and panties.
No, I don't want to see them in that. I want to see them in a tuxedo match.
Yeah. There you go.
See, a tuxedo match is the equivalent of a bra and panties match for men.
Except the men are clothed, right? Like you're trying to keep as much clothes on the man as possible.
You have to take the tuxedo off your opponent.
How can two men wrestling around in tights get any more homosexual than that? I'm unsure. I'm unsure, but you've accomplished it, Mecca. Good job.
I think I'm all with it.
We're-
This has been around for years, dude. I mean,
So the Germans would have you believe it's been around for years, guy. I have nothing to do with two guys wrestling around in tuxedos. Take off your clothes, buddy. Let me just take it off gingerly. Just undo the buttons. And then like he slowly drapes it across his face. And then the obligatory butt march across the ring, you know, remember from the Lethal, you'd always have to see like the dude's butt as he's walking across in like movies and shit. After sex, the obligatory butt march.
only you would say that.
Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes in a tuxedo. That's a sec. There you go, Mecca. Let's leave on that so Mecca can be left alone. I'm joking. I'm joking. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
It's gonna be a lot of slur.
Always, like he always busting out the titties pictures. I told you, just put one of those pictures in between us.
Hey, Swift, bro.
What?
The fuck?
Isn't that what you got in trouble for?
E-cup. She doesn't have tits. Like, what the fuck, man? I mean, if you want me to get like a real tit shot, I could do that for you right now.
I'm sure you got them on file, bro. I'm sure you can just pull them out. Like, here we go. Here's one.
I mean, I can put out right now for you completely. I mean, we have this one here. This is like okay. I mean, this is the boom. That's for sure. If you're into the muscles, I got you covered there. If you really want to go down, you can do this. That's actually not that bad, all things considering. I mean, we could go this one too. I mean, you asked for this. You opened up the door.
Our viewership is just going down.
We have 10 people watching now.
Huh?
We have 10 new people watching. No,
Oh, really?
My point is that, I mean, I could have gone this way. I mean, fuck it.
I digress. Dude, seriously.
You open the door.
I did not open any door. You just need like a slight, like
No,
you.
this is not a titty book. This is not a titty book, Keenan.
I did not invite you in. You're a vampire and shit. I did not invite you in the door with that shit, man.
No, we call things. I call a ball and a strike a strike.
Oh yeah, I bet you do call a ball. I bet you do call a ball, don't you?
I mean,
That was like just the inflection of that makes it sound stupid. I bet you do call a ball, don't you? I bet you do with your balls.
because
You know your balls from your strikes, don't you, Mecca?
just because I'm a fan of the Tron sisters and those ladies are 3-point assassins does not mean that. Yo, they are deadly on Gonzaga. Oh my God, they are terrifying. They're these small women and they shoot 3-pointers and it is majestic. It is majestic. I'm in awe watching them play and I'm like, oh my God, this was not what I was expecting. I'm expecting them to like kind of inch in and shoot like a field goal, like a 2-pointer, and boom, they just shoot through there. No biggie. We're
No,
good.
it's awesome. It's like basketball before they discovered like slam dunks and shit.
They're like, nah, we're not.
It's like the finesse. It's like the finesse back. Like I'm imagine like it's like the NBA in like the late '60s with nothing but white dudes. That's what women's basketball is.
There's no switch. It just goes right in.
Because they're good at that shit, man. They're good at that shit.
They're sisters, and then you're like, oh man, only one of them's gonna be good. Then pass the ball, boom, does the other one does it. It's like, not today, sweetheart. She's like, my sister's not one-upping me. And
That's
it's amazing.
exactly what she says. She says, "Not today, sweetheart. Not today, sweetheart."
I'm not letting my sister get ahead of me. And
Like
that's
they're 1930s gangsters in Chicago and shit. Not today, sweetheart. I got you. I'm watching out, sweethearts.
I'm telling you. I think the Tron sisters are just playing against each other and who can get more 3-pointers. They're like, we're playing a basketball game against another team and we're trying to get to the Elite Eight. Fuck that shit.
I'm
We
just.
just want to see who's going to score more threes. I'm not letting my sisters get ahead of me.
Yeah, they just compete against
I'm
each
really,
other
really
with
excited
more
about
threes.
March Madness.
See?
It's a problem.
Oh, there you go.
Except I had a rough gambling day today, so I don't want to talk about it. I lost like
No, let's
$2.
not talk about it. You're the one that's talking, that brought this shit up, man.
Because you opened up the door.
Oh, again, no, do not. You're blaming me for boobs and for you loot. No, none of that shit.
No, I'm not blaming you for losing. That's
No,
all on me.
I know, but I brought up boobs, and you're like, oh, have you seen these ladies from Gonzaga and shit? Like,
No,
crazy
they're
ass.
fucking killing it. They're like these two sisters are 3-point assassins, and I'm in awe and it's like majestic. I'm like, what the fuck?
I know.
This was not what I was expecting. And maybe I'm biased here, and maybe I'm a little prejudiced. I'll be the first to admit it. I think they were just going to inch in, kind of get 2 points, and they're like, we're shooting 3 points way behind the line. And I'm like, oh my God, this was not what I was expecting.
There you go.
It was great. And I'm like, oh my God, they are going to win this whole fucking tournament, aren't they? And I'm like, yeah, I'm glad I put money on them. But that's enough about me. We all learned, the 5 viewers who are watching us, if you want me to talk about March Madness, just let me know. But
I digress.
I have a problem. This is what gambling does. It makes you become a sports fan.
That's what happens.
It's all right. That's what I'm doing tomorrow.
All right, so same bat time, same bat channel next week. We're gonna do it all again, and we'll be prepared for WrestleMania, and then we'll.
Yeah. So where can people find you, Keenan?
They can find me on Bob's Product, YouTube, Facebook, Keenan Press. I mean, all over. I'm gonna get my shit fixed at some point, but I mean, if they're watching me on this, they know where to find me. They know where to find me. They ain't gotta look too far. Unlike you, I'm everywhere, bro. I'm like fucking Johnny Cash. I'm everywhere, man.
I am also everywhere at the same time, and then not at the same time. No, I can't. Sorry things I can say.
We're just like two sides of the same coin, because I'm trying to like, everything I do is like separate. Like, none of my things connect. All your things connect, because I've heard bad things about that. You're trying it your way, I'm trying to my way. We'll see who wins. I'm positive I win.
That's all right. You can think whatever you want. It's a free country. But all my stuff, again, if people are watching, they know where to find me. But I tell people anyway, I am Pop Anime Comics on Twitter/X, Pop Anime Comics on Instagram, Pop Anime Comics on Facebook, Pop Anime Comics on YouTube, Pop Anime Comics Collectibles on eBay. On TikTok is Pop Anime Comics. And then I have a show that my podcast evolved into something else, but about 110 episodes are available on Pop Anime Comics Lounge. So you can check out that stuff, and that will slowly move to YouTube, the backlogs. So again, if you're looking for something and you just want to catch up on a bunch of content of mine, YouTube's the place to go. And I have 593 subscribers, and I absolutely appreciate everybody who watches my content. And I'm putting out anywhere from 5 to 15 videos a week. So
there you go.
Again, I'm here to entertain you, and I'm an interviewer by heart. So,
are you not entertained?
I'm sorry if you're not. But again, there is something for everyone on my YouTube channel, whether you're into anime, voice acting, wrestling, cosplay, comics, pop culture, or you want to talk about cryptocurrencies. There is something for everybody on my YouTube channel. And, also if you're looking for more adult content as well, or you're looking for just some interesting discussions about life and some other stuff, that's there too. So that's everything. And yeah, I don't really know if you have anything you want to add.
No, I guess we'll just see y'all next week.
All right, everybody. I think that is a wrap for this episode. And WrestleMania, Saturday, Sunday. We'll see you there. Peace. Hopefully we didn't get us fired yet.
No, we didn't get fired.
Oh, I don't give a shit anymore. Again. I am at a point in my life where I don't give a fuck. I don't even care if I get fired from my job. let me put it this way. I have dealt with a lot of debt in the last 2 weeks.
Right.
I am beyond stressed out. And that's why me losing $2 is not a big deal. I just funded my Roth IRA and paid a lot in taxes. And I just wrote a large check that I'm not happy about.
Well, shit, man.
Again, I'm getting through stress. I'm getting through handling a lot of debt and handling a lot of crazy shit. Because unfortunately, in my line of work, in my business, you have to incur debt sometimes before you reap profit.
Right.
So I buy books that won't hit and won't sell for 6 to 9 months. So I will buy a book for $25 and I'll sell it for $90, but I have to wait 9 to sell for $90.
Right.
So it's an unfortunate position, and some of those books hit. And then also, you put those books on payment plans. And that's the other thing, too, is that sometimes in life, opportunities come knocking and you got to deal with it. And I have to navigate and handle and borrow money from a bunch of different sources. And it's not the easiest thing to navigate. So that's what I've been dealing with the last month.
Fuck, man. That doesn't sound fun at all.
It's fun because I'm going to make a lot of money on it.
Well, not at the moment. It's not fun. That's all I meant.
Yeah, no, it's stressful, and people can hear it in the last month.
Right.
I'm stressed out. Like, my coworkers have said it to me, who don't know anything. Like, yo, dude, are you okay? That's when, and somebody threw an opportunity, and I just said to them, I said, I really appreciate the offer, but I'm really tight right now, and I'm going crazy. Like, I need a vacation badly.
Right.
It's just, I have a friend getting married in June. I have another friend getting married in August. I have to take time off for.
Yeah, I think that's what you said.
So I'm looking forward to both those weddings, but I'm not looking forward to the fact that I'm going to take off about 4 days. But I knew that they were getting married last year, so I carried over 10 days from last year.
There you go. Let's see that you gotta think ahead and shit, man. Let's see. Unfortunately,
What'd you say?
I said you gotta think ahead and shit, man.
I bought these books ahead because I had a feeling the Chiefs were going to win. So, again, I bought Christmas books in January to sell this year in December.
Right. Well, you gotta be smart, man.
And so it's just, I mean, and I know that nobody knows I have those books yet. So when Christmas comes, they are, there's 3 versions of the book. You didn't know which one you were going to get.
Right.
So they're all limited to 1 out of 15.
Okay.
They're really, really rare books. And again, they're the Nutcracker Patriotica. So that's the type of thing it is. And
right.
So I'm smart enough that you have to buy something in February that you can't fucking sell in February. Because come November, Thanksgiving Day, the night before, puts them up on eBay.
Right. Well, we're getting there. We're getting there, man.
But it sucks.
I hope you have a better week, dude. Try not to have bad gambling days.
Nothing bad is gonna happen to me.
I feel like that's what you say every week, but then every week you come with the same old shit, bro. I'm fucking with you, man.
No. What I figured out is that I'm not losing my house. I'm not gonna get evicted. I have enough money to survive. So I'm not gonna be homeless ever. Actually, that's not true. I shouldn't say that. But as I currently said, I'm not gonna ever be in a horrible situation.
I'm not gonna be homeless until. Oh shit! No, I'm fucking with you, dude.
But you understand that sometimes in life things aren't fun.
Right. No, it's not.
I'm in a position where I'm navigating, and I right now owe about $2,200.
That's not terrible, man.
In debt. I theoretically have it because I have an emergency fund. Actually, it's not true. I have a bigger emergency fund. I actually, right now, if I really wanted to, I have about $120,000 liquid if I wanted it.
There you go.
But I don't want to touch it because I think it's worth more. But I have about $70,000 liquid.
Right.
I'm trying to avoid my liquid cash per se, and I right now have in my bank account about $1,600. So I'm not in as bad a situation, but you're trying to figure out how you could suffice a $2,200 debt without having to tap resources. Does that
Right.
make any sense?
No, it definitely does. Definitely does.
And I don't say this to brag. I say this because I'm trying, and also I'm trying to figure out, can I sell a bunch of merch that will cover that?
Right.
Even if I sell it at a loss, get a tax break on that because I sold that at a loss.
Right.
Suffice that, which would further reduce my taxes and then offset other taxes, and that's where this gets tricky.
Right.
And so this is, and so, but that's not due till the end of April. So,
Well, cool.
I have 30 days to figure this out, but it's just,
Start thinking.
it's stressful because when you're dealing with a lot of money, and then when people start saying, bro, you sound stressed out every day.
Right.
Because when you are dealing with that, and then also I gotta organize a bunch of shit. I mean, my room is a mess, to put it nicely, and I don't want to talk about it too much. I mean, I know you got your issues too.
No, you're good, dude. You're good. I understand, man. Shit, every shit happens all the way around, man. But yeah, unfortunately, we all got issues, dude. That shit sucks.
There's a reason why I'm gonna be calming down my business, and probably in May.
Right.
Because I've been starting, next month and then into May. There's no way in hell that somebody could deal with 18 months of pressure and not do that.
Right. You need to take a break, dude.
I need to take a break, and I need to calm down my business and be like, okay, cool. Like,
Right.
I get moving around a lot of money for a while. And if I lose a deal for 2 or 3 months and I lose $9,000, but I didn't spend $9,000, it's just a wash.
Right. It's better to not spend it. You know what I mean? Like shit.
I don't even think it's so much even that for me. I just think I just need a break from my business.
Right.
And not interviewing. I just need, because I also want to just move merch, and I want to pull out about $10K.
Right.
Because what's going on in my fucking, I don't feel comfortable. I mean, did I tell you about this last week? But I don't feel comfortable where I'm living now.
No, you didn't tell me shit about that, man.
So this is what's going on. So I'm with my parents right now, and they have common land and drainage, and there's a big open space, and all these kids are like playing football